children. This was in the Straits Times newspaper, serious newspaper. Now, the only reason that this was published, the only reason that this would have been in the Straits Times, the only reason that people are even talking about it, is to try to make Muslims look silly and strange, to try to make Muslims look like we are controlling even over frivolous matters. That's their aim here. Oh, look at these Muslims getting all upset about teddy bears. Aren't they silly? Stuffed toys are haram in Islam. You can't play. You can't have any joy in your life. You know, you have no sense of whimsy. They're so solemn and so serious. These Muslims are control freaks. That's the point. That's what they're trying to get across. Because obviously this is not exactly breaking news. It's not a world event. And it has nothing to do with you. This is a discussion between Muslims. There's no reason why any non-Muslims should be commenting about it. It's got nothing to do with them. But you just want to mock Islam and Muslims. We're silly to you because we think that adult people shouldn't have teddy bears. Meanwhile, you're a 30-year-old adult with a room full of children's toys, but we're the ones who are silly. You know, you have grown women in their 20s and 30s and even older wearing these, cat ear headphones and so on, hoodies with koala bear ears on them. Grown adult people using puppy dog filters on social media. Adult women basically prolonging girlhood because what? You think it's cute? Well, think that through and tell me it's healthy. You people fetishize the school uniforms of prepubescent girls, and you fetishize grown women playing with teddy bears like children and appearing childlike. Think that through and tell me it's healthy and normal. Tell me that your culture is not fetishizing childhood, fetishizing being childlike, and teaching grown women that it's somehow attractive and alluring to appear like a minor. That immaturity, naivete, childish innocence are all somehow sexually arousing. But we're the ones, Muslims, we're the ones who are silly for taking this seriously. Yes, we do take it seriously. You think it's strange. I know. You think it maybe is petty. But Muslims are concerned about the right and wrong of everything that we do. We're concerned about the right and wrong of everything that we allow in our homes and everything that affects our families and our societies. You think it's extreme, but that's because you're the one who's walking around with rabbit ears on your head and sleeping with a life-size teddy bear. Well, you know, back in the day, if you saw a woman, a grown adult woman who had a bedroom that looked like a children's nursery, well, you'd think something was wrong with her. You think that she had some lingering childhood trauma. You think that her emotional and psychological development was stunted by some sort of, traumatic event in her childhood. But now you think it's cute. Now you think it's playful whimsy. No, it's strange. And it means something. It's strange because you're strange. You do have a maturity problem. You do have a disturbing fetish for childhood. And you are not ready for adulthood, even years after being an adult. And the very fact that you think it is extreme, the very fact that you think it's rigid, to expect mature adult behavior and to examine the right and wrong and the health or the unhealth of a lifestyle, the very fact that you think that this is extreme and rigid shows that you're not ready to be an adult yet. You don't take anything seriously. And so when you have grown people with regressive tendencies, people who want to signal childlike qualities, who mock adult mature qualities, where your society and your culture are not going to make it. This is the real reason I think that you people, the non-Muslims, are generally not having kids, because you still want to be kids well into your 40s and 50s. You don't want the responsibilities of adulthood and parenthood. You want to play. And it isn't that you just want to add little flourishes of whimsy, sprinkled here and there in your life. No, you hide in whimsy. You live in whimsy. You exist in a cocoon of whimsy and unseriousness and play and amusement. And when you see anyone taking things seriously, it makes you uncomfortable. So you have to belittle it. You have to deride it to make yourselves feel like it's fine to be an adult child. but it's not fine. The Muslims are the adults in the room, and we always have been. And this is one of the reasons why those in power have a problem with the Muslims, because that immaturity, that psychological, stunted, emotional, psychological growth, and that prolonging of childishness that popular culture promotes uh, is all meant to weaken and to neutralize you. It's meant to incapacitate you. It's meant to make you compliant and docile, to make you passive, so that power can just steamroll right over you and you just accept it. And you go play with your dolls and you seek solace in whimsy and play. They're brainwashing you to trivialize your own life. And Muslims don't accept that. So that makes us problematic. And you see, they're mocking us exactly for the qualities that interfere with their domination and their ability to dominate us. They mock us for that so that you will mock us for that. In other words, so that you will mock the qualities of seriousness, the qualities of maturity, the quality of scrutinizing what's right and what's wrong and what's healthy and what's useful, as opposed to what's unhealthy and what's unuseful. They want you to see any sense of judgment and discernment and self-control and discipline and sobriety and reflection. They want you to see all of those things as extreme and oppressive. They want you to think that all of the things that can interfere with their ability to oppress you are oppressive. So it's oppressive to be a grown-up. It's oppressive to be an adult. It's oppressive to be meticulous about what you allow in your home and in your family and in your lifestyle. It's oppressive, basically, to be anything but a silly, immature, play-addled adult baby. They want you to play with toys because that's what you are to them. Nothing but a toy, to do with as they please. And they don't want you to think about any of this. They don't want you to think any of this through. They don't want you to think it through the way the Muslims do. So they make fun of us for thinking it through and for being careful about what we allow, again, in our lifestyle, in our family, in our house, for caring about what's right and wrong in everything that we do, in everything that we allow. They want you to disparage this quality or this trait or this habit, because this habit can get in the way with them using and abusing you as they like. So do you still think it's funny that one of our religious scholars would bring this up? That one of our religious scholars and one of our religious speakers would talk about something like this? No, it's deeper than you think. But that's because you have developed the habit of not thinking deeply. So who's the silly one in reality? Now, that sheikh said that grown-ups shouldn't have dolls and toys and whatnot because the angels will not enter a house that has those things in it unless they're for children. Now, he's basing that on some dalil that's true, but it is just his opinion. And this is his way, in my opinion, this is his way of discouraging adults from behaving like children and discouraging grown women from trying to imitate young girls. When we say in Islam that angels won't enter a place, this is something that has severe gravity to a serious Muslim. And the presence of angels in a place carries with it the issue of accountability and responsibility, because the angels record our deeds. So this is connected to maturity. It's connected to adulthood because the deeds of children are not recorded. So that means that you are absconding from adulthood and your deeds are inconsequential. You're making yourself and you're making your life irrelevant. Oh, it's deeper than you think. You can choose to not take it seriously, but that's only because you're not a serious person, which is the whole point of the discussion. Wallahi, every time they laugh at Muslims, the powers that are controlling them are laughing at them. They're laughing at you, laughing at the people and at the belief and at the lifestyle, at the way of life that would mean an end to your oppression and subjugation. They want you to laugh at that because it's your liberation. And as long as you are mocking Muslims and Islam, then the powers that be, the powers that are dominating you, know that they have nothing to worry about. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum.